today we're going to break down some cryptos and tell you where they fall on our list. All right. Welcome back, guys. We thought we would do a little tier list, kind of talk about some of our favorite picks, tell you where they kind of fall on our scale. Of course, this is all subjective. You may rank Pepe as an S tier. We may rank it as an F tier. So take all of this with a grain of salt.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off with Pepe. What do you think about Pepe?
Pepe, if I'm putting it, it's going to be the S tier, the memes. I mean, it's going to perform well. If you're looking for a safe meme coin, Pepe's at the top of the list.
Yeah, it really has. It seems like it's going to be the meme coin of this cycle. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Personally, I'm thinking, it is a meme coin. So we got to keep that in in mind when we rank these. So what do you think? Where would you put it?
You're fine. Let's put it in A.
A tier, okay.
I mean, as far as meme coins, that's going to be the safest play in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. That is one of the safer kind of meme coins out there. So this one doesn't get a lot of love. Ponky. I'm personally a big fan of Ponky. It's one of my bigger meme bag holdings. What do you think of Ponky?
If I'm ranking Ponky, I'm going to put it in C tier. It does have the potential to give you some of the biggest gains, but it's a little bit more risky as well. So I'd put it right there in the C tier.
Can I make an argument maybe for B tier? I feel pretty good about it. I think it's going to do well. It's got some good exchanges. I know there's a couple influencers that really like this coin. So B? It's kind of like a B.5 tier.
Yeah, B minus.
Okay. Render. I'm not as familiar with Render, so what do you think about it?
Render is going to be, I mean, I'd put it in the B tier. AI is going to be a huge narrative for this cycle. Yeah. Render, it's a top 50 coin right now, so you're going to get some good gains out of it. I'd go B tier on Render.
Yeah, Render. I really like what they're doing with that shared computing power and like sharing out the graphics cards. So I agree at least a B tier.
Yeah. BitSensor, Tau, I'd throw it up in that A tier. I mean, it's the AI crypto of the market, so that's where I would rank it.
Yeah, Goldfinch, it's a really good RWA play. I think it'll do good this cycle.
Yeah, it's got about 100 million market cap. I mean, I could see it 10xing this cycle. RWA, it depends on how big of a narrative you think that is for this cycle. I would put it in C.
Think it's C tier?
C tier, yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking on Pangolin?
Pangolin, it's a little bit more riskier of a play. It's a lower market cap coin. I would probably go D.
Yeah, I also don't know a whole lot about Pangolin, so I'm going to trust your instinct on this one. The GOAT, Bitcoin. I mean,
where else would you put it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You see some other people putting it like in C tier because it's probably not going to perform like some of the others. But let's be real. This is the origin story of crypto. This is where it all started. We've got the biggest bank in the world just recently came out and said that it's as good or better than gold. It fixes all of the issues that you have with gold. It's not divisible. It's not easily transportable.
If you want to put your money somewhere for the next 10 years and not worry about it and get great gains on it, Bitcoin is the way to go.
Not financial advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin is one of those things that you put on a hardware wallet and you give to your kids when they turn 18. It's like that is the ultimate. That's the new college fund.
Yeah.
Instead of saving up cash, which is just slowly draining away, that's really what I think is the best play. XRP. Oh, I don't think so. F tier. XRP's going nowhere, guys.
I'm sorry for all the maxis out there, but I don't see it. XRP. If you look at the tokenomics, I mean, it's a stable coin. I mean,
yeah.
I don't see it getting the adoption that everybody preaches. So for me, F. I don't hold any XRP. I never will.
Yeah, I agree. Huge insider allocation. So every time this thing pumps, they're just going to shave profits off the top. It's going to go back down. Everybody's going to think there's another pump coming. If you're able to perfectly time the pumps and sell along with the bag holders, maybe you can make some money. Who knows? But that's just not a game that I really want to play.
Ethereum, the ETFs just came out. It's going to do well this cycle, no doubt. Long term, it may be overtaken by some other things. You thinking A?
It's for me. It's a toss up between A and S because Ethereum completely changed the game, just like Bitcoin did. It completely turned everything around and basically turned the internet into an operating system where anybody can build with the smart contracts on there. So that's a pretty huge innovation, but it's not as good as Bitcoin.
Yeah, if you're looking to truly maximize your gains for this cycle, Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're not going to get as much out of it as altcoins, but it's going to be one of the safest plays you can get in.
If you're the type of investor that just doesn't want to lose sleep at night because you're holding Pepe, I completely understand. Ethereum is safe-ish, relatively for the crypto world. So I really like Ethereum. It was one of my favorites last cycle. So Polygon, kind of layer 2 for Ethereum. Last cycle it would have been an S tier.
Yeah.
What do you think this cycle?
This cycle, I'm not seeing it.
It's not doing it.
It's not making the moves that a lot of the other altcoins are. I think D or F. Where I'd put it.
There may be a case for layer 2s this cycle, just because they're doing the Dank Shard upgrade, which is going to lower fees for layer 2s. So there's a case to be made for a higher tier, but for me, I think D is probably a pretty reasonable spot for it.
Okay, for the next one, we have Mint Layer. Mint Layer is super low market cap. Going to be a lot more riskier of a play. It does have potential upside, though. You hold Mint Layer. What do you think of
Mint Layer. I was a lot more bullish a few months ago. It's been draining pretty hard. There's some talks that it may be insiders doing that. It's a Bitcoin ordinal play, so maybe it just hasn't. Ordinals hasn't seen their turn kind of in the rotation. It's kind of been meme coin season for a while. So I think I'm going to put it at C tier just because I still think it's a very low market cap. I still think there's plenty of room for it to run up. And once that ordinals kind of trend catches on, I think we'll see a lot more.
Okay, next we got Turbo.
Turbo, baby.
As far as potential out of meme coins, this one is the one for me. I mean, with the market cap right now sitting under 400 million, it doesn't have it just got on crypto.com. So it's got its first tier 1 listing. I think more are to come. When those do come, you're going to see the price action, go crazy.
I don't know if you've been following it, but they said that there was going to be some pretty big announcements this week. I've recently heard that they're pushing those.
They pushed them back.
They're pushing the announcement back. So that's, to me, I think that's okay. It's better to wait until they have their ducks in a row before they do any kind of announcement.
The contract signed, though. So whatever it is, whatever partnership that they are going in, it's a done deal. It's not getting pushed back for any negative reasons. They're just getting everything in order. So
it is still a meme coin.
It is a meme coin. I would definitely throw it in A.
To me, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at S tier, but you just can't really put a meme coin in an S tier. To me, I'm gonna reorder this. I think Turbo, Pepe, kind of in that order. We'll bring Ethereum up closer to the front. Bent Tensor about right there. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Okay.
Good. All right. Dog with hat.
Dog with hat. it's kind of up there with Pepe on as far as meme coins. I'm not going to put it as high as Pepe and Turbo. I would probably throw it in the B tier.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I mean, it's going
probably front of B tier, close to A tier. I'm going to be honest. I like Ponky more than Dog with Hat, but it has definitely showed that it is performing better than Ponky. So I think that's a good spot for it.
Caspa,
baby,
my favorite of all the coins. I'm throwing that up in the S tier. It is the silver to Bitcoin's gold, and we've just recently started seeing the pumps. KRC20's coming out this month, so there's going to be a lot of meme coins being built on it at the initial, and hopefully a lot more projects to come in the future. So I'm going to S tier.
Hugely bullish, guys. Like Caspa fixes the problem. The reason I moved Bitcoin down is because it still suffers from scalability issues. Caspa fixes that, and I think we're going to see it really go crazy this cycle.
Not a single tier 1 listing yet.
I know.
Not a single one. And they're going to be listed.
Definitely. The only thing that's probably taken it some time is because it's a proof of work, fair launch. There's not a lot of funding to get these things put on exchanges. So exchanges have to do all of the accumulation on their own. They're not just given tokens. So we love Caspa. We think it's going to do great this cycle.
Next one, we have AI Tech. AI Tech is an AI narrative, GPU lending. You're up in the A. I'm going to put that down C or D. It does have the AI narrative going for it. It had a huge pump back in our first little altcoin pumps around February, and now it's kind of retraced, and it's finding its baseline right now at 17 cents. So it'll catch traction again, I think. I'd go C.
Okay, C. I was thinking B or C, and you were thinking C or D. So C is probably a good spot for that. I think it's going to do better than Mint Layer. So I'm going to bump it up there. I think part of the issue is that AI as a whole has kind of had a pullback. You can see what happened to BitTensor. AI is just, it had that initial surge, and I think it's kind of the same as ordinals. It just hasn't had its time to fully shine again. So it kind of had that little kind of preview of what's going to happen in the full bull run.
The AI narrative will be back.
Definitely. Another meme coin, Brett coin. What do you think about Brett?
Brett's the first base meme coin. I mean, it's already performed really well. So sitting at a 1.7 million or billion dollar market cap, I don't see just huge potential in it running up a lot more. So it's a safer meme coin play. I would be looking at C range. What do you think? And you hold Brett, don't you?
I do hold Brett. Not a very big bag, and it's just because of that market cap. I don't want to put a whole lot of money into something that's already at a 1.5 billion, because then what are you realistically looking at if it 10x's? That's
15 billion.
That's 15 billion market cap. That's really
that's a chain link market cap right now. So
I think it's fair to give it a B, just because it is the first one on base. It's a solid meme coin, solid community, which is a huge thing in meme coins. It's completely, just look at Turbo's community. Like, Pepe's kind of the same way. They have a really good community. So C or B, what do you think?
Whatever you think. I mean, B or C.
It's got B minus. B minus tier. Just because of that market cap, I think it's fair to we'll put it right here.
All right, next on the list we have Art Block. Art Block has an AI narrative. A lot of people call it the Apple of crypto. The only thing I see that's an issue with Art Block is some of its marketing. Robert Mao is the CEO of Art Block, and it seems like he's doing most or all of the marketing right now, and that's not really his forte. It's had huge pumps. If you look at the chart, it's just like a stair stepping case, going up and up. It's retraced a little bit. I expect it to do fairly well. If it can break into the top 100, then it'll get on a lot more radars and talked about a lot more on YouTube. But as for right now, I would put Art Block in. I'd go B tier Art Block. If it does get into the top 100, which it was pushing there, but now it's fallen back a little bit in the rankings. But I have high conviction in Art Block.
Um, I'm not as familiar with Art Block. I don't hold it. So, what do you think multiple wise people could be looking at?
Right now, Art Block sits at around $350 million market cap. It is listed on Coinbase. It has not been listed on a lot of the other tier one exchanges. I could see it doing a 10x from here. So
Art Block is a little bit older, right?
Art Block was around last cycle, but he spent they spent years and years developing this thing, and it just recently got taken off Coinbase's what do they call it? Not
like their kind of strict list.
Yeah, their strict list. It got taken off of that, and it's looking a lot more promising now. When you look at the chart, it was flat forever. Now it's starting to make its comeback.
Yeah. Polkadot. I used to be a really big fan of Polkadot. I still like what they're doing. Probably a little bit controversial. Not a lot of people are super keen on Polkadot. I personally think it's a B tier is kind of where I would put it. And the reason for that is it's a layer 0. Other layer 1s can build on it. One of the big ones coming to it is Peak ecosystem. I'm pretty bullish on Peak. I think it can do some pretty big things for DPN. I think DPN is going to be a big narrative. So I think it will see some growth off of that DPN kind of side of thing, along with everything else that can be built, like parachains being built on there. What do you think?
Didn't they do a rebranding, or the CEO came in and laid off a bunch of their team?
Oh, really? I haven't heard that.
They did something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think it'll be beneficial for them long term. But for the short term, it's been a readjusting period for them. But yeah, I think C tier is as far as what you're going to be getting gains on from this point.
You're looking at 5 to 10x.
I'd say that's fair.
It's not a super big multiple. I guess it's relatively safe, because it's been around for a few cycles. Everybody knows it's, what it does, kind of its presence is kind of solidified in the crypto space. So I think right in that C tier is fair. Solana, it's a top 3 crypto right now. So it's going to have a good bull run for sure. I would think A tiers. Yeah, I also am going to put it just under Ethereum. Do you think it'll ever flip Ethereum?
It possibly could. It does have some issues with its network. I mean, I could see it flipping Ethereum because the fees. I mean, if more projects start getting built on Solana, then in the future I could see it, because Ethereum, the fees are so outrageous.
Yeah, fees are a problem. It's on Ethereum's roadmap to fix those fees. They don't want to be known as the huge gas chain either, because that drives people away. And the more people you have on chain, just the better it is for your ecosystem. I don't think Solana will ever flip Ethereum. And it's just because of some of the issues that they have, like with their network going down. They've got some security issues. They're not extremely decentralized. I know with Ethereum going proof of stake, they lost some of that decentralization. But I still think Ethereum is going to remain number 2 for the time being, probably at least a couple cycles. And finally, Aerodrome.
When this first dropped and I heard it was connected with Coinbase, it's Coinbase's DEX, I was extremely bullish on it. The problem that a lot of people have been talking about now is the inflation. There is no max supply, so they can just create tokens out of nowhere. With that being the case, I still think it's going to do well this cycle. Coinbase is going to push a lot of people towards it, so I would throw it in that B to C tier range. The problem being the tokenomics on it with that inflation. But other than that, I think the demand for it will keep up with the inflation for this cycle.
Yeah, I've got a small bag of Aerodrome. They have been getting hit really hard with their token unlocks, and like you said, that inflationary aspect is kind of a big deal because that's why people gravitate to crypto is because they want to get away from money just being constantly printed. So um, another thing is like how are they? How do you get a return? Are they doing profit sharing or like as users use their decks, do they give a share of that to the holders, or is it just a governance token? That's something that I probably need to do some research on. But I feel pretty good about this list. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair ranking for these coins. I mean, if you're looking to get into altcoins, that's where the money's going to be made this cycle. So check some of these out. Let us know. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think of the rankings we have here, and we appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the moon.